So we're out here making videos, and I've been walking through this huge ag field here, which was planted in corn this previous year. And it's harvested now, and the farmer did not use, there's zero cover crop in here. It was just production ag where they planted corn and they cut it and that's it. And this is pretty common. And I want to talk about this as far as deer hunting goes, because there's a lot of guys that say that they have, you know, agricultural, and it's very beneficial to deer. And yes and no, it is. If this field was, you know, soybeans in the spring and summer, and then they cut them in the fall, then yeah, it gave that deer great nutrition throughout the spring and summer and leading into the fall. But then when it's cut, you're left with nothing. So you can pattern deer, you know, all spring and summer long, but then when the ag's cut, then the deer transition to another part of the property, or they leave and they go someplace else, a neighboring property, wherever it is that there's food. It changes, you know, throughout the year. You have acorns falling, getting ready to fall in that time of year. You have people planting food plots, which is a very small percentage of the deer hunting population. But this field now has zero benefit to deer. There is no cover crop in here. There's nothing green. It's covered in snow, yeah, but there is zero green in this field. And if this farmer would have used cover crop, such as winter wheat, it would have been a lot more beneficial. There'd still be green under the snow. The deer would be feeding in at nighttime. There's zero tracks out here. And I went up into here over my right shoulder where the sun is hitting it and it's actually melted. I walked through there to see if there's any prints. Zero prints. Now, up along this woods line, you have all this browse. There's all kinds of tons of prints, because that's what the deer are feeding on. They're feeding on the woody browse. There's some reddish dogwood over there. There's some maples leaves and sprouts coming up here. Some greenbrier, all kinds of blackberry bushes, all kinds of stuff. But when you're deer hunting a piece of property and you're relying on the farmer to take care of the deer, to have something for the fall, it's a huge mistake, because you don't know what the farmer's going to do. You don't know if he's going to plant a cover crop in there to help benefit the soil for the following year. Probably not. There's a very small percentage of farmers that actually do that, and you can't rely on that when it comes to deer hunting. Now, if you have a small field like this, or this is a big field, but if you have a small inside corner or around the bend over there, there's another field that dips down. If you can plant that in something green for the fall, then yeah, it's beneficial. The point of this video is you can't rely on ag for the fall to predict deer movement and have a continuous food source throughout the fall and winter, because it gets cut. This field was corn in the spring and summer. It's cut. They probably cut it in October, I would imagine, or end of September. And deer aren't eating corn in the spring and summer. So the entire year, this field had zero benefit to the deer. When it was cut, yeah, I'm sure they were in here for a few weeks or a month or something, scratching up the leftover kernels of corn. But even then, it's very limited. Corn has very little benefit to the deer other than some carbs, a little bit of fat. But can't rely on this to feed the deer throughout the spring and summer. You have to do what you can control. You can't control the farmer. You can control the amount of food that you actually plant with food plots and browse, and, you know, cutting some trees and hinge cutting and allowing some regrowth to occur. It's very more beneficial than this worthless field right now. So if you guys have any questions about the video, post them down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys on the next video.